Out with the old, in with the new. It's finally happened, people. Google has thrown Bard out the window and replaced it with something way cooler, Gemini. Simply put, hold onto your guns, ChatGPT, 'cause there's a new challenger in town. Hang in there as we share all the snazzy details of this new, sleek AI called Gemini. So on Thursday, Google blew everyone out of the water with a groundbreaking announcement. They were launching a more advanced version of the already existing Bard AI, known as Gemini. Google kicked off the Gemini era in December of last year. Initially, they just wanted to create something with better generative abilities. It would give improved text, image, audio, and video responses. But when the food left the kitchen, it tasted way better than the chef had imagined. You see, Gemini is not like your garden variety AI. Google's new brainchild supports an ecosystem that ranges from its products to APIs and platforms that will help developers and businesses innovate. The version of Gemini that will run this super smart AI is the Ultra 1.0, and it's already doing wonders. For instance, it is the first model to outsmart human experts on MMLU, which stands for Massive Multitask Language Understanding. What this means is that the Ultra 1.0 outsmarted the smartest humans in their knowledge of a combination of 57 subjects. But enough foreplay. Let's answer some serious questions. What is a Gemini in the first place? Based on the performance of the newbies so far, Gemini is a GPT-4 class model. This brings it face-to-face with OpenAI's GPT-4, the undisputed champion of the AI world right now. But with the introduction of the new boy in class, you're probably wondering if GPT-4 should be quaking in its boots. Well, from the early testing, Gemini does not have won over GPT-4. At least, not in the benchmarks. The two big boys went toe-to-toe on a lot of things. But there are slight differences between them. For one, GPT-4 is more sophisticated than the new boy in using code. It can also accomplish several hard verbal tasks, like writing a better sentence or passing the Apple test. Still, Gemini is not one to go down without a fight because when it comes to integrating images and searching, our newbie beats OpenAI's GPT-4 hands down. Here's what both AI models have in common, though: they tend to go offhand at times and give you really weird results. I guess that's something we're just going to have to deal with when it comes to AI for a couple more years. Beyond these off-the-hook moments, though, Gemini shows some badass promise and gives us a sneak peek into the future of AI. Let's dive deep into what Gemini brings to the table. Heads up! What you will hear in the next section of this video will blow your mind. So here are 3 things a preliminary test of Gemini reveals. Gemini is full of ghost moments. If you use LLMs frequently enough, then you've definitely experienced the weirdness that tends to happen when you've interacted with the machine long enough. I mean, half the time the results can be unnerving. But also, sometimes the results can be delightful or even an unexpected stroke of brilliance. This is what I mean by ghost moments. Times when it seems like you're not just interacting with a machine, but there's someone on the other end of the line giving you responses. Guess what? Gemini is full of moments like this. The new kid on the block has these smart moments that would make you wonder, what the hell is going on here? Is there someone on the other end of the line? And it goes to show that Google is really serious about the AI race. But that's not all. Let's check out the second thing preliminary tests for Gemini revealed. Gemini has a great personality. As a chatbot, Gemini is prone to the irks of every other chatbot, like those annoying technical errors we all hate. But to be totally fair, Gemini seems to be less prone to technical errors than GPT-4. Gemini also has a personality, which is more than you can say for GPT-4. I don't need to tell you that GPT-4 is completely bland. Zero personality. Gemini, on the other hand, is friendly, agreeable, and even witty. I mean, dude does wordplay, which is super cool. When it comes to functionality, though, both GPT and Gemini are highly compatible. And by that, I mean that prompts that work in Gemini also work very well in GPT-4, regardless of how complex they are. So, as I said, highly compatible. And the two also have similar safety guardrails, too. But it does seem like Gemini is more willing to indulge in dark writing than GPT-4. However, it does have its limits. For example, in one test, it staunchly refused to explain how nuclear bombs work by making references to Taylor Swift. But that aside, the AI makes for a fantastic assistant, which brings us to the third wonder of Gemini. Gemini is a great assistant. Gemini takes the dream of having AI as a super smart integrated assistant to a whole new level. Like Bard, Gemini has some great connections to the Google ecosystem, with a smooth backdoor to apps like Gmail, Google Docs, Google Travel Tools, and others. But unlike Bard, who's too dumb to use this connection to the max, Gemini has some superpowers in this regard. For instance, in the past, instructing Bard to perform a task like pulling up your email would end in frustration. Bard would either hallucinate a lot of the details or just fail to understand the context of your request. With Gemini, though, make your prompt as complicated as you want. For instance, you could say, "Go through my emails, tell me which are important, and draft replies for each." And Gemini will immediately fly into action, carrying out every single aspect of the prompt. I mean, who needs an assistant when you've got a handy little assistant like that at your beck and call, right? But hey, every once in a while, our friend still likes to remind you that it is still AI. So, sometimes, it will hallucinate a few email details. Generally, however, Gemini is an amazing assistant, which reminds me. I made a video on all the amazing ways AI can serve as your assistant, including even helping you plan the perfect date. So, feel free to check it out. But hey, back to Gemini. Google is forward-thinking about rolling out mobile versions of Gemini for both Android and iOS. So, would it be worth it downloading Gemini on your phone? Absolutely! With Gemini on your phone, you can do a truckload of things on the go. For example, it can help a clueless driver with a flat tire. All you have to do is just take a picture of the flat tire and ask for instructions on how to fix it. Your knight in shining armor will be right there to talk you through the process. If you're a student, Gemini will also make for a fantastic tutor on literally any subject, while computer programmers will enjoy access to instant, helpful tips from the trusty AI. In fact, Google has said that it expects that Gemini will become the main way people apply AI in thinking, planning, and creating. So, I don't know about you, but I am so excited to meet the super smart AI and test the limits of its superpowers. And now, it's over to you. What do you think about Google's Gemini? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments section below. And while you are at it, be nice enough to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.